Lawyers for a former Jacksonville pastor have asked that his sexual battery charges be dismissed because people who could provide evidence in his defense either have no memory of what happened or are dead. 80-year-old Paul Dial used to pastor Jacksonville Assembly of the Body of Christ Church. He was arrested last year and is still being held without bond awaiting trial. News4Jax reporter Marilyn Parker is joining us live. Marilyn, you spoke with Dial's attorney and he gave you information on his client's condition.
Attorneys for Paul Dial say he is not doing well. In fact, tomorrow will be a year that he's been in jail. The allegations from this case go back over 20 years, so it's going to be hard to find witnesses or evidence, if there is any, that would support both sides of this case. The defense says that they can establish prejudice, saying that they can't defend their client without those evidence. They filed a motion that can get this case dismissed altogether. Here's a quick timeline. The sexual abuse allegations against Paul Dial go back to March 1979 and 1984. According to this motion, a woman reported the alleged assault to the FBI in 1997 and in 2003. March 9th, 2022, Paul Dial was arrested and charged with sexual battery.
I never touched that little girl or old girl or otherwise.
Here's what he told investigators the day he was arrested.
I deny any sexual abuse with anybody at any time, young, old, or otherwise.
How is your client doing?
Not well. He will soon be 80 years old, and he is being held in jail without bond.
His attorney, Mitch Stone, filed this motion Monday to dismiss the case. It says the state is relying on witness allegations for evidence. They say there's no physical or medical evidence, no admissions by the defendant, and no witnesses. The motion highlights how authorities knew of the allegations for decades, but Dial wasn't prosecuted until 2022.
If you look at the cold cases that are prosecuted, they typically contain new evidence. We don't have any of that.
Attorneys not affiliated with the case say this was the right move by the defense. They ask, are Dial's rights to a due process being violated? According to the motion, he can't defend himself in a case that's 20 plus years old with no evidence or witnesses. The state has a right to bring charges, and they'll argue nothing prevents them from doing so because it's still in the statute of limitations. But does the statute of limitations trump the right to due process? Dial's defense attorney, are you going to ask for a new hearing?
Yes, we'll be asking for a hearing.
Says they'll keep pushing forward. Again, the question is, how long can the state sit on a case like this without any witnesses or evidence? We know that a pretrial has been set for March 21st. We're going to keep an eye out for when the defense will file that motion for a new hearing, and the state will have an option or the chance to respond to this motion to dismiss as well. You can read up on this case right now on news4jax.com. Reporting live, Marilyn Parker, Channel 4, the local station.